The NFL is back, and on Thursday night, the defending champion Seattle Seahawks put on a show and a beating on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And after watching Seattle's dominant performance, I'm actually starting to think 14-2 or 15-1 is actually a real possibility. Welcome back to the Best Damn Sports Blog. Back again. NFL is here and it's back. We had a great game on opening night. Although it was a rout, it was still a great game. The Seahawks won 36-16 over the Green Bay Packers, and it was a dominating performance from start to finish. They just threw Green Bay completely out of whack with their defense. Green Bay's offensive line looked terrible out there, and Aaron Rodgers, hate to say it, but he looked awfully average against that Seattle defense. Now, that is a tribute to Seattle because Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league, but that just proves their defense can make any quarterback look average or sometimes worse than average. I mean, Seattle's defense is just that good. Aaron Rodgers did not throw towards Richard Sherman the whole game, and Aaron Rodgers did not look sharp out there either. Despite being 23 of 33 on completions, he only finished with 189 passing yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Seattle's defense pretty much locked them up. And if it wasn't for the botched punt return by Earl Thomas and the 40-plus yard pass interference call on Wagner, Seattle's defense could have very well gave up less than 10 points to Green Bay. And this really would have been a rout. Now, I don't think Seattle didn't perform well offensively because they did. They outrushed Green Bay 207 yards to just 80 yards rushing for the Packers. Total yards, Seattle had 398 to Green Bay's 255. Seattle just outperformed Green Bay at every facet of the game. And I'm also really disappointed in Aaron Rodgers' performance and the fact that he didn't target the side of the field that Richard Sherman was on. It almost looked as if A-Rod was scared to go to the side of the field that Richard Sherman is on. And I don't understand it. You are the best quarterback in the league. And Mike McCartney didn't help out his quarterback very much either by going forward on 4th down early in the game, only trailing 10. After that sequence, I had a feeling the game was over, and it pretty much was from there. Now, don't get this wrong. This will not be an indication of how Green Bay's season will go. I still believe they can win the NFC North because it is a weak division, especially defensively. It is very weak. And I believe Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league along with that division. So he will alone be able to get the Packers to the playoffs. But they just ran into a greater team in Seattle, and that was evident Thursday night. Call me crazy, but I actually believe the Seahawks have a chance to go 14-2 or 15-1. That is not my prediction. My prediction is 13-3. But after watching their performance against the Packers, how could you not assume 14-2 or 15-1 is a possibility? I believe Seattle will cruise this season. Their offense looks improved. Percy Harvin is healthy. If he can stay healthy, their offense will be a good offense. Last year, I would say they were an average offense. This year, they will be in the top half. And their defense, although they lost players, it doesn't look like it has affected their defense at all because I believe they're still the top defense. And Carolina, who's probably the second best defense, is still miles away from Seattle's level. Seattle is head and shoulders above the rest in the league. And I understand why they are the betting favorites to repeat. And I believe Seattle will repeat. They will be the first repeat champion since the 03-04 Patriots. It's been 10 years since we've seen a repeat champion, but that streak will end this year. Seattle is improving. Russell Wilson is improving. Marshawn Lynch is still the same beast he's always been. And I really don't see a team in the NFC that can beat Seattle on their home field. Let's not forget, dating back to 3 seasons now, Seattle is 16-1 at home. And I don't see that changing this season. I believe Seattle will win all 8 home games this year, just like they did a year ago. And looking at their schedule, I feel they only have one tough road test outside of their division when they travel to San Diego next week. Other than that, they face San Fran, of course, the Cardinals on the road. Rams is winnable. Panthers is a winnable road game. And the Redskins. And Kansas City. I believe they'll take a step back. So just looking at their schedule, 15-1 or 14-2 is a possibility. Whether or not they do it or not really doesn't matter, because I believe they will have the best record in the NFC, which will give them home field advantage where I don't believe they will lose, meaning they will be in the Super Bowl, where they will win the Super Bowl for the second straight year.